Hi, I'm Lauren Taub Cohen and the creator of Living Fully. So spring has arrived, and perhaps you're enjoying the warmer weather, maybe feeling refreshed, energized, enlivened. And I find spring, just like the holiday season, has a way of intensifying how we feel. During the holidays, the glows brighter, the hurts feel heavier, the sorrow, grief cuts deeper. I feel like spring is similar in the sense that it has a way of amplifying how we feel. And so I'm wanting to create some room and space for those of us who are experiencing not a kind of exuberance, energizing, aliveness feel, but struggling with something. Maybe it's loneliness, sadness, uncertainty, or something else. So, spring, I say this even from my personal experience of when I was struggling, big time, hard time struggling. Um, that spring can shine a light on how off we feel. There's the ugh of how we feel, and the wishing perhaps we didn't feel this way, like the wanting to feel better. And that better has a way in the distance quality. So you might just check if what I'm saying resonates, feels true. And in this guided exercise, what I'll be inviting us to do is to be with how we're feeling and the wishing it wasn't this way or the not wanting to feel this way. Yeah, because, for my approach, the way we begin to feel better is by starting where we are and acknowledging the truth of our experience and being with it. And that's really hard to do, to be with something hard or uncomfortable, because our natural tendency is to want to turn away from it. And of course, right? It's uncomfortable. So that natural reflex to turn away, push away, maybe talk ourselves out of how we're feeling is understandable. And yet in this guided exercise, I'll invite you to be with the feeling and the feeling about the feeling without either one having to change. Yeah. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in exploring, how about we start? And as always, if anything I offer doesn't fit or feel right, please do what would. Yeah, so maybe just taking some time to get comfortable where you are, making any adjustments. Then feel free to pause this recording if you need more time. Mm. And so when you're ready, just letting awareness come more and more to your whole body as it is here and now. Feeling the support that you're sitting upon. Maybe noticing where your body meets and receives that support. And feeling the support beneath your hands. And the support beneath your feet, ground that's there. And just allowing your body to be as it is and feel as it does. And feeling your breathing. Allowing your breath to be just as it is, however it is. And then letting awareness come more and more into that whole inner area of your body. That includes your throat, chest, stomach, and belly. Taking some time to notice how you are right now, the mood that's there, or the weather within. You don't even have to put a label to it or a word to it. If a word comes, great. And if a word doesn't, that's totally okay. Just noticing how you are in this moment. And just offering an inner hello to what's there. Maybe there's a tightness or a heaviness, or a word like exhaustion, frustrated comes. You're just acknowledging, uh, acknowledging how you are right now by saying hello to what's there. Hello, I know you're there. Maybe what you're noticing is what's been uncomfortable, what has been ongoing and hard and challenging. Or maybe not. So just sensing if there's something like that there for you. Feeling that has weighed you down, held you back. Feeling of loneliness, sadness, just maybe a feel of disconnected. And just Those were some of my words, but of course, checking to see what's true for you. And offering what comes, a hello. Maybe nothing new came, and that's okay too. And if something more came, like, yeah, just that heavy grief or feeling disconnected or apart from, that may come with a body feel, like a sinking or kind of collapse, heaviness. And just noticing if there's a whole way that feels within. That feeling of sadness or whatever is present for you. And if what's there feels quite strong or intense, you can bring a hand to that place where you're feeling it the most as a way of communicating. Hello, I know you're there. And just notice how it is to do this much, to meet your experience with a hello, I know you're there, and allowing it to be there. That may have brought a deeper breath, a bit more space. And it may have also brought something that doesn't want it to be there. I just said meeting your experience with a welcome and allowing it to be there. And you might check and see if there's something not wanting that feeling to be there, like wishing it would go away, and leave you alone. And if there's something like that there for you, then meeting that one with a hello, I know you're there. So you're with the feeling and the feeling about the feeling. Or we can say you're with the feeling and something reacting to it. And both are there. And noticing how that feels to allow both to be there, the feeling and the feeling about the feeling. And you are with both. And see if it would feel right to continue. Maybe this feels far enough for now. And if so, that's totally okay. Always honoring, respecting what feels true and right for you. And if it feels right to continue, we might spend some time with the one reacting to the feeling, wishing that feeling would go away or leave you alone. And so you might get a sense where that one is. Maybe it feels more like a thought, or it's a little out in front, or by your side. And even if you don't know where it is, that's okay. We can trust it's around here somewhere. And so, as a way of getting to know this one better, you might sense if it's worried. There's some good reason it's not wanting that feeling to stick around or for you to be with that feeling or allow that feeling. So we're just wanting to get to know it better. You might sense what it's not wanting you to experience or go through if that feeling stays, if that feeling of aloneness or sadness stays. Just checking, sensing what it's not wanting you to experience or go through. Maybe it's not wanting you to feel forever stuck or limited or like you're not living fully. And if something comes, then let it know you hear it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you're not wanting me to experience that. You're not wanting me to go through that feeling even more alone or cut off. And checking back to see if you got that right. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Just allowing it to correct you. And then the next invitation, if it feels right, is to sense what it's not wanting you to feel if that happens. It's worried about something, I'm guessing. Maybe it's worried that this feeling will persist, kind of always be in the way. It's not wanting you to feel weighed down or that might just even be a sound effect, you know. And so now sensing what it's not wanting you to feel if that happens, like if you feel cut off or removed, or if you feel sad maybe it's worried you'll feel forever sad. And so you're sensing what it's not wanting you to feel from that. And if that invitation was too clunky or confusing, then let it go. And just continue being with this one that's feeling this way. And if something comes, let it know you hear it. You get how it is for it. It's really not wanting you to feel that. And what it's communicating may come in words or even images. like something crushed under a boulder or kind of a something just adrift out at sea. So words may come, images may come, even memories may come. Like it's not wanting you to experience and feel that way again. And just checking back with it to see if it's feeling a bit more understood, like you're getting why it's worried, why it's having the reaction it's having. And if it feels right, you might even say to it, no wonder you're having this reaction. No wonder you're feeling this way about that feeling. And I have just a couple more invitations. So, again, sensing if it feels right to continue. And the next invitation is to sense what it's wanting for you or hoping for you, what it's wanting you to experience, what it's wanting you to feel. And sometimes with this invitation, what comes is more of what it's not wanting you to experience or feel. And so if that comes, that's what needs to come. That's what needs to be gotten, needs to be heard. Maybe it's wanting you to feel of an aliveness. There may not even be a word for it, but you might feel something in your body. You know, what it's wanting you to feel, maybe an aliveness or spaciousness, kind of flowing, gliding. Yeah, just sensing what it's wanting you to experience or to feel. And if you have a sense, or if there's something that comes of what it's wanting you to feel, maybe a feel of togetherness, this perhaps playfulness, spontaneity, maybe just take a moment to see if even a flicker of that is alive within. Even if that's not the only way you feel, maybe there is a bit of buoyancy or a little kind of softening or not. And as a way of beginning to end, maybe just taking some time to notice if there's been any shifts, In this guided exercise, we spent time with the feeling and even more time with the feeling about the feeling, the one having a reaction to the feeling. And so, as that one has felt more heard, more listened to, more gotten, things may feel a bit different inside. And if there is and has been a shift, even a small one, let's take a moment to savor that, to let your body have the feel of that. And, and as a way of ending, you might sense if there's something you'd like to remember or take with you from this exercise. And if it feels right, thanking your body or your body's process or what came into awareness. And at your own time, coming back to the room you're in, the space you're in, even taking some time to look around the room you're in or the space you're in. Allowing your body to make any movements that it might like to make. Yeah. And you're welcome to share any part of what came for you in this guided exercise in the comments section below. Now, questions are welcome too. If you bumped up against something challenging or something wasn't very clear, feel free to ask or email me directly, lauren@livingfully.org. And I'll also include in the comments section or in the description uh, the link to this week's newsletter that goes with this guided exercise. So, bye bye for now.